This week I have read Shattered, which consists of 402 pages, which is the final book of the Slated Trilogy, which I found in a charity shop. All three, it seemed as if they were not read at all, and I found them at the same time. All three, all together, and I bought them. And it was a good price. And I didn't know what I'd expect, but I would say it was very unexpected, especially at certain elements and at certain moments. But they are YA, and a very, I would say between 12 and 14 would be a good age range, but I'm pretty certain as an adult you'd probably enjoy it too. As for the plot, the first one, Slated, was very slow at the beginning, and it didn't move until at the end when it just ramped up, as did the other books, which had the first part be basically like that in its action sequences, but at the second half of each book it would just ramp up. And did I enjoy them? Yes, I did, and I would recommend all three of them. And also the author is Teri Terry, but each Terry is spelt differently, which was hilarious. And did I find anything predictable? Some elements, yes, with the whole definitely going to find out who Lucy's true identity was, but you don't find out that until the end. In the meantime, do you have any twists and turns that you don't expect? Definitely yes. Especially at the end, which goes into complete details about the main antagonist of the Slated series and what she has done over each and every book, and how each and every book actually is leading towards her ultimate plan, which is at the end, which is mainly explained at the end. But I would say it was a very long, it's one of those main antagonists that just tries to plan out an entire life. However, as I said, you don't understand or find all of this stuff out until the end. But at the end, everything makes sense. Everything is well done. But I would say it ends in a very unexpected note. And yet there is still mystery about who Lucy's biological father is, although it is hinted towards. And you also find out how each of her life segments went throughout each book of the trilogy. One shows you Lucy, one shows you her time as Lucy before she becomes Rain, before she becomes Kyla, which is her main name throughout the entire trilogy of books. And there's plenty of flashbacks, so that will give you a fair few hints of each segment of her life until a certain point. So I would highly recommend that you read it if you like post-apocalyptic or dystopian stuff. And I would say this is a very dystopian thing and very disturbing when you actually sit down and think about it, but it does end on a good note. So, yeah, I've finished the entire trilogy, so yay, and thank you for watching this. Thank you for keeping me accountable. Thank you for increasing the amount of people that you're making me accountable to, especially for those that share and like. Thank you for watching the previous video about the halfway through the year review and whether or not this has actually helped. Thank you for the like, as well as for those that dislike. Explain further in the comments below. So, see you next week, around about the same-ish time, and God bless every single one of you, and thank you again for everything, and keep reading and enjoy what you read. I don't care at all about what you read as long as you love to read it, regardless of what the age demographic is for. So, as I said, see you next week, and God bless every single one of you.